Foremost, I would like to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Harakakwadash. I would also like to give a double honors unto my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that have taught me this truth. I would also like to say a sincere shalom unto the hopeful elect that are scattered throughout the four winds of the earth, unto the true servants, the prophets, the men that are prophesying and laboring in this truth and in this doctrine. Unto you I say shalom. War is becoming ever so closer. All right, we're becoming closer and closer to war, and no one's really talking about it but the prophets. All right, that can are able through the spirit of Yahawashi to correlate current events, global events, and with the scriptures. All right, and everything matches. Everything matches to a T. All right, just how the Lord prophesied, spoke through His prophets. Okay, how things are going to happen, and we're getting closer, and no one's, like I said, no one's really bringing these things out except the prophets. All right, everyone's caught up in their folly. Everyone's caught up in the NFL season, some type of Twitter beef or some type of just bullshit. Okay, but and people, what Jake doesn't realize, our people, all right, Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans don't realize this world's war, all right, is going to affect you directly, all right, one way or another. Either you get drafted, all right, hyperinflation, somehow, some way, all right, and things are heating up over there with the tensions between Iran and Israel. Israel taking out a few of Hamas leaders recently, and everyone's waiting for Iran to retaliate. Okay, it's only a matter of time before they do something because, excuse me, if a bully continues to bully someone over and over and over, eventually they're gonna stand up for themselves. They don't give a shit how big the guy is. The guy could be John Jones, all right, but at least you're gonna do something. You got to, all right, because your people are the people of Iran are looking like, yeah, are we really defenseless over here? We don't have a military, and everything is for an appointed time. Okay, everything is according to prophecy. Everything is according to the Lord's will. When the said measure is when it's when it happens, that's when it's going to happen. But the Lord gave us these prophecies and these tokens, these signs, to give us warning when these things will take place. And I got a few articles, a few tweets. Really, this article says the same. Well, this tweet says the same thing that this article is going to say, that the aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln ordered to accelerate transit to the Middle East. All right, so they're not making it. They're not hiding the fact that America is, clearly defending Israel. All right, and basically America's Israel's big brother. That's why they can get away with a lot of shit over there in the Middle East. All right, that's why they're able to survive so long. All right, you got all these surrounding countries that are at odds with Israel. All right, but somehow they've been able to survive for all these years because America got their back. All right, and just like, but also Iran. All right, big brother is Russia. All right, so eventually World War III is pretty much started over in the Middle East. Just the major players ain't really got their feet wet, got involved yet. All right, and we're getting to the point where, hey, something's gonna have to give. All right, something is, eventually, Iran is going to be back, feel like they're backed into the corner, and they may let off a nuke. Who knows? But something major has to happen eventually. The shit is not going to just cool down, and cooler heads are going to prevail. So let me read a little bit of this article. It says U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has ordered guided missile submarines to the Middle East and is telling the USS Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier strike group to sail more quickly to the area, as U.S. on Monday said it believed Iran or its proxies may launch a strike against Israel as soon as this week. The move, announced by Defense Department Sunday, come as the U.S. and other allies push for Israel and Hamas to achieve a ceasefire agreement that could help calm soaring tensions in the region following the assassination of Hamas political leader Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran and senior Hezbollah commander in Beirut. Officials have been on the lookout for retaliatory strikes by both Iran and Hezbollah for the killing, and the U.S. has been beefing up its presence in the region. So, something, attack on one of those aircraft carriers, something could happen. All right, but it's all according to the Lord's will. But the prophets are here to give warning, so you Israelites can take heed. So, when it does come to pass, when you wake up and you see the reports, all right, and you not in complete shock. All right, you understand. Okay, we're living in the times. Shit just got real. All right. Let me read a little bit more. John Kirby, the White House National Security spokesman, said Iran's response to the killing could be this week, but that is difficult to ascertain at this particular time. If there's an attack, both Iran and its proxies want it to come. Want proxies want it could look like. He said the U.S. and its allies are preparing for a significant set of attacks. So, this very well could lead to that third woe. All right, which we're hastening for. All right, the World War. We understand things take time. These wars take time, but that third woe is prophecy. That's the number one prophecy, and the MOTB is prophecy 1A right behind it. All right, so once those things roll out, we know we're living in the last days. But once those things happen, the Lord is going to make shit move even faster. Okay. I had this over here. This was the Iron Dome failed once again. Hezbollah launched a big barrage of Katyusha rockets on the northern Israel, and most of them got through the Iron Dome. This is just a couple of dozen Katyushas. Hezbollah can launch 3,000 to 5,000 a day, according to Israel Intel. Hezbollah has far more advanced missiles in its inventory. That's why Israel has started an all-out war towards Hezbollah. So, like I said, World War III has already started over there. Okay, they're launching missiles, daily. All right, and they're saying that this Iron Dome, this missile defense system that they have over there is not working. It's failed. All right, and that reminds me of the scripture. It says, "None of them shall fail," meaning the missiles that are going to hit Babylon. But at the same time, the Lord can have missiles, these smaller missiles, get through and hit their target, whether they got a missile defense system or not. Okay, but it's like I said, it's all the Lord's will, and it's all it's everything has its time, and we're living in the times of war, great confusion. All right. Let me grab this real quick. Matthew 24 and I'll start at 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Mashiach, the anointed, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these things are the beginning of sorrow. So not just war. Yeah, war will be taking place, but at the same time, you're going to have natural disasters like earthquakes, multiple type of pestilence, famine. Okay, so you got to understand. Like, I'm gonna give Joel the third chapter, where it says, "Beat your plowshares, your pruning hooks into swords." Where, all these nations are putting their resources into war, but America's going to do the same thing. So they're going to be sending they're not going to be, all the food that you think that they're going to be sending to your grocery store, your local grocery store on these trucks. They're going to be sending overseas to feed the troops. All right, let me start at verse 1. For behold, in those days, it's Joel 3:1. For behold, in those days, and at that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations, and I will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, the Yahawashi. All right, that's the Middle East area. The Lord is bringing all these nations down here to judge them. Well, it's going to say it. I will plead with them there for my people Israel, and for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered amongst the nations and parted my land. So the Lord said he's going to plead with them, not like begging them. He's going to plead, means Hamashapat, means to judge. All right, these nations, all right? And the Lord's going to make a quick work of them. But he's gathering them all in that one centralized area to destroy them, all right? Jump down to verse 9. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And these actually, let me start, let me start at 9. It's like, I said I was going to start at 9. I started at 10. Proclaim ye among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. All right, so wake up all the mighty men. All right, all these nations have been preparing for this moment ever since the Cold War. All right, it's soon as World War II ended, all right, the nations began to prepare for World War III. That's when it became the Cold War. Was a global arms race. All right, the development of the ICBM missiles. All right, you had those German scientists, the Temanites. You had half of them go to Russia, and the other half went to America, and to develop that ICBM missile, which is that great equalizer, which makes this whole thing an equal playing field. Okay, if America and their allies had the only ones that had ICBM missiles, then America would still be, the big bully around the world. But the Lord gave this technology to these Edomites to give to the Russians, and they, of course, they spread it to these other heathen nations like North Korea, China, Iran. Now has these capabilities along with the allies of America, the NATO and the EU countries also. All right, so the weak, like I said, these nations have they've been waiting for this moment. Okay, and they ain't gonna miss. That's why, that's probably the reason why they're not rushing into it, because they can't, a war tactic is you don't want to, show your hand. All right, you don't want to, show your hand to your enemy. You don't, when they do something, you don't want to react, right away. You want to, it's certain tactics of war that that these nations are using, because they know they got that one shot, and they got to take advantage of it. And like I said, really, it's the Lord playing on the minds of these leaders, these global leaders, to what the scripture says in Ezekiel 38, to put an evil spirit, all right, where they're gonna say just F it and press the button eventually. All right, back to the scripture, verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord Yahawah. Let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So the Lord, like I said, the Lord is gathering all these nations in this centralized area to judge them, to destroy them. Okay, they're going to destroy themselves, each other, and they're going to destroy each other, but the Lord is ultimately going to come with the host of heaven and the chariots, and put all of them to flight. Like the scripture says, it was war in heaven. It goes into 2nd Ezra 13, describes that war in heaven. All right, the prophet Ezra saw that war. He saw it take place. Okay. I want to get this. Actually, let me go to Habakkuk 2. Habakkuk 2. I start at the second chapter. Second chapter, second verse. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry. Wait for it, because it will surely come and will not tarry. This major prophecy of World War III is not going to tarry. The Lord spoke it by his prophets, by several of his prophets, and it's going to come to pass. As he said, at the end, it shall speak and not lie. All right, World War III has always been a topic that people talk about, and people kind of put that topic to rest because they don't see anything happening. All right, Jake could talk about World War III and these nations gonna do this and do this, but they in their mind, they don't think it's gonna happen in their lifetime. All right, they don't, in their mind, they don't think that these things are possible. They don't believe that America could actually be taken out. Okay, that our people's minds are so far gone from what reality actually is. Okay, reality is Russia got more nukes than Babylon, America. All right, China has a military that is equal to America's now. All right, they don't have. I don't think they have a great navy, but other parts of their military is on point. There's one of their branches of the military is not that great, but they're on point. All these other countries have caught up to America as it comes to war and defense. So, they're ready, essentially. All right, they're putting all their resources uh, into war. Okay, while you know people over here just thinking everything. People over here are so confused with selection and pop culture and gossip and all this bullshit. NFL season coming up, just folly. Our people are mainly our people are blinded. You ask a nigga about what's going on in the Middle East, they wouldn't have a clue. They wouldn't know what the hell was going on. They wouldn't know a Hezbollah, a Hamas, none of that shit. All right, they just see like a nigga may turn on CNN and see the ticker at the bottom and read a headline. That's it. All right, that's why the Lord is going to come like a thief in the night. These prophecies are going to come like a thief in the night. You're going to wake up one morning, or or you're going to hear a siren, or you niggas may just they may just come pull you niggas off the street and draft you right in our military right there. All right, that's what man. Shit is moving fast. Hey, shit ain't gonna tarry. All right, these things, these prophetic events are gonna happen in your lifetime, whether you believe it or not. Ezekiel 12 and 26, 25. For I am the Lord, Yahawah. I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass, and it shall be no more prolonged. For in your days, O rebellious house, it's talking about the Israelites, will I say the word and will perform it, saith the Lord power. Again, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come. And he prophesied of times that are far off. That's that not in my lifetime, Jake. Or World War III ain't gonna happen in my lifetime. I'll be dead. The niggas say the whole world gonna blow up, or niggas come with so much just bullshit ass philosophies and just Jake's thought process. That's why the Lord got to destroy these niggas. All right, that's the only remedy. All right, but Jake think that that's what Jake think, that the MOTB ain't gonna come. All right, they don't see that these devils is pushing this cashless shit fast. All right, cashless, digital. All right, the what is that, the what is that thing called, CB, cashless. Wait, I forgot the acronym, but it's a cashless system. All right, that they're implementing. All right, that they're going to push through, and they're going to change this whole system to digital cashless system. All right, where ain't going to be no cash, no change, none of that. And eventually, you're going to have a certain device in order to be in society. That's a prophecy. That's going to come to pass. That's going to happen in our lifetime. Verse 28, therefore, saying to them, thus saith the Lord power, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord. So the Lord spoke the word through his prophets. It's going to be done. It's going to come to pass. World War III is going to come to pass. World War III is, we're getting closer and closer to that point. Or whether you, Jake, want to believe it or not, you could have 1,000 articles like this. A nigga could see it on TikTok, a nigga could see it on X or Instagram or whatever, and Jake won't believe it until they hit with they got troops outside they house. All right, or they gotta have Esau tell them it's World War III. All right, before for our people to believe it. But hey, excuse me, shit is moving, man. Shit is it's not slowing down. All right. So let me see if I had anything else. Yeah. What I have over here. I ain't gonna read all of this. Talking about Gog and Magog, or Gog. The war of talking about World War III. How the least of the flock. All right. Israel is pulling America into this war. All right. A lot of the EU countries, all right, they really don't want war. All right, because they're in the target range of the enemies. All right, Russia can hit any any European country like that. Okay, all the allies of Babylon are they really don't want war because they're in the line of fire. All right, but the prophecy says that they shall the beast shall hate the whore. All right, the beast, which is the NATO and the EU, and the whore is Babylon that rides the beast. Let me get that. What is that? Revelations. I think it's 12. Mm, the dragon was wroth with the woman. Let me look it up real quick. Bear with me 1 second. I didn't mean to go into this. I'm way off. Revelation 17. Revelation 17 and 16. Yeah, I'll just start right. And I saw the woman drunken with blood of the saints. Let me see, is that it? Yeah, 17, 16. No, I'm at 6, so I get. I'm at 6. Victory over the Lamb. And they shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is the Lord of lords, King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. This is speaking of Yahawashi. All right, they're going to try to make war with Yahawashi when he comes back. All right, that whole prophecy of Yahawashi coming back and then making war with him is the prophet Ezra saw that in Ezra's second Ezra, the 13th chapter. And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest where the whore sitteth are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. All right, the whore is speaking of Babylon. And the 10 horns that thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore and make her desolate and naked and eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Though the 10 horns are the represents the what is it? The European it was called something else before the European the EU. I can't think of the name, but this represents the 10 horns represents the EU. All right, the 10 the first 10 members of the EU. Okay, because it's several now. Let me get the names. Hold on. Yeah, the 10 horns is Belgium, Denmark, France, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Greece, Spain and Portugal, England and Ireland, and West Germany. Those were the original members of that the EEC, European Economic Community. Okay, but those countries which have evolved into I don't know how many's in the EU now, they're going to shoot their missiles on Babylon. Okay, the allies. Okay, it says that in Obadiah, those that were once Confederate thee. I'll get that real quick. Obadiah 1 and 8, I believe. No, 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. So all these nations that Babylon was once confederate with, they're going to turn their back on. Okay, and what it said that shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. That's metaphoric for the fire is literally, but this is metaphoric for destroying Babylon. And God and the Most High have put in their hearts to fulfill His wish and to agree and give their kingdoms unto the beast until the word of the Most High shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is a great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. This is describing Babylon. All right. So I didn't want to do but I don't want to go into all of that. But hey, the Spirit just had me touch on a few things, concerning World War III. But hey, World War is itching closer and closer, and you got to be you got to be girded up with faith, because that's the only thing we got, the faith in Yahawashi and Yahawashi to deliver us from the peril, Jacob's trouble, all these calamities that's coming to Babylon and all around the world, because you can't most people ain't been alive for America to be in a war of a world war, but this World War III is going to be on a whole nother level than World War II. I wasn't alive when World War II happened, but I can guarantee you it's going to be different. All right, because it ain't going to be just a handful of countries. It's going to be all countries that got militaries. It's going to be all hands on deck, and everyone's kind of picking a side right now. Okay, so as far as the countries go, but so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying unto the elect, and I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Harakakwadash, Shalom.